Yo, SW2, 56O dog. I just kind of thought of an idea that I can do for videos every once in a while. And what that is, I don't know, I was thinking I could do this maybe once a week. Possibly, depending on how this is. But what it is I'm just going to tell a story of something I had, card related, meeting people, just a lot sports related stuff. I mean, that involved me. So, like, I've got a lot of stuff I could tell, so that's why I'm kind of just considering doing this. But this story involves the worm, Dennis Rodman. And I know everyone's like, ugh, and Dennis Rodman, scuzzball, disgusting person, blah, blah, blah. But you have to admit, the dude was a beast, and just what it was. He did his work. But the reason I'm talking about him is because I got a story. So, me and my dad drove to Vegas because his friend, I'm sure you guys know what the Forum Shops are. It's like in Caesar's Palace. They have all like the nice stores. It's just a beautiful place inside the Forum Shops. So, my dad's friend is the manager of the cigar shop that is right across from this sports shop in there where they sell like authentic signed memorabilia and stuff called, I think it's Field of Dreams. I'm pretty sure it's Field of Dreams, yeah. And the cigar shop right across is my dad's friend that he grew up with. He manages it. So, we're walking through the Forum Shops to go see his friend at his shop, and we walk in there, and a guy tells me, and there's a huge line of people outside Field of Dreams. I didn't really pay attention. I was like, oh, whatever, I don't know what's going on. And we walk into the cigar shop, but a guy in there tells me I can't be in there because they also serve alcohol, and I'm not 18. I'm not even 21, so, well, I'm not 21 or 18. But, so I had to stand outside, which kind of sucked because my dad was just sitting in there for like a while, and I'm just standing there, and I keep looking at this line, and I'm like, alright, what's going on? So I go and look, and I realize they have like a big Dennis Rodman thing up, and I'm like, alright, maybe Dennis Rodman's in there. So I get all kind of excited. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I walk over there, and there's a line going for probably half a block down, like, and this was like a while ago, guys. This was probably 4 or 5 months ago, and there was a line probably half a block long. I'm not even joking. Like outside the store, like lined up people, and I couldn't really see, but I could see he was in there with people, like he was doing a signing. And I'm like, wow, that is awesome. So the guy standing outside that's kind of advertising it, like, come on, Dennis Rodman signing. I asked him, I'm like, how much is it for an autograph? He said it's, it was like, I think he said it was like $80 to get a picture with him, and then he signs it. And I was like, that's kind of, I wouldn't really want that. Or you can pay, I think it was $150, and you got like a Dennis Rodman basketball, and he'd sign it, but you still got the picture with him. So I was like, okay, there's no way in hell I'm doing this. Like, it's way too expensive. So, I go back and stand outside the cigar shop. I'm just chilling. And I'm like, I text my dad. I'm like, yo, Dennis Rodman's in there. It's just pretty cool. And, all of a sudden, I look over and I see Dennis Rodman standing up. And he's standing in the store. He's just walking around. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, okay, he's in perfect position. I'm just going to get over there. I'm going to walk up and I'm going to shake his hand. So I get kind of excited. I walk over to the place. I kind of push past people because I kind of wanted to get in there right then. And I'm like, there's no way. He's standing a foot away from me. I'm looking at him. And I'm like, hello, Mr. Rodman. I just really wanted to shake your hand. And I shake his hand. And he's like, he's singing. They're blaring music in there. He's pointing to a guy doing air guitar. And I'm like, this is insane. I wanted to pull out my phone, but I was like in shock. I didn't think of it. And he's like, yo, watch this. He puts his arm around me, and this is all 100% true, guys. I'm not even bullshitting you. He puts his arm around me, starts singing to me for like a minute straight. He's got his arm around me. He's rocking with me, and he's singing to me, and everyone's like, yeah, this is so cool. And I'm like, what the hell is Dennis, like, how is this happening? I would never expect this. And I'm like, all right, holy shit. I get out of there. I'm like, yo, Dad, come here. I'm like telling for him to come. I'm like, you would not believe what just happened. Like Dennis Rodman, I just met him. He was singing to me, all this stuff. And my dad's friend, who's the manager of the cigar shop right across, he's like, follow me. And I'm like, okay. So we follow him. He talks to the guy that's advertising it, and he says, these are my good friends. Please do something for them. So he comes with like this little like envelope thing, and it has a thing for me to get a picture with Rodman. And so I'm like, what the heck? Like, this is, I don't even have to pay for this or anything. So I'm talking to Rodman. We talked to him for probably 10 minutes. Then we took our picture, and I got to cut in front of the whole line too. Like there's a line of people waiting, and we're talking to him. He's not even signing for people at the moment. And so I'm like, all right, what the hell? So I get my picture. He signs my picture. I'm like, okay, this is sick. And there's a guy that's like kind of like getting the stuff, like the basketballs, and he's like, hey, get this kid a basketball. Rodman tells that to the guy, and he brings over like kind of like a knockoff basketball, and he's like, no, not this piece of shit, and he throws it back at him. I'm not even joking. He throws the ball back in his chest, and he's like, get him a good one. And the guy comes back with this, hands it to Dennis Rodman, and Rodman gives it to me. There's 1,000 of these balls, and this was like $120 or $150 to get this. Has his accolades on it. It has the sticker because he signed these if you bought them, but he didn't sign it for me. And I'm like, wow, Dennis, thank you so much. He's like, don't thank me. He's like, just love your father. Just love your father. And his daughter walked in too. And another weird thing is he was on Oprah, and he talked about how his daughter came and saw him at one of the signings, and I was there when she like walked in. And he's like, don't thank me, don't thank me. He's like, he even said, he's like, stop with that shit. He's like, just love your father, just love your father. I'm like, okay. So I got hooked up with this ball personally by Dennis Rodman. I had like a meet and greet with him while these people were all waiting to get their thing signed. So that's my first story, guys. I've got a lot more, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about the worm. Let me know what you think about my story. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, depending on how you guys like this, I'll come back with more maybe. And yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and see ya.